Hiroko! Good morning, G. Breakfast? No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I could maybe go for a frog, though. A frog? Forget that. What are you doing here? After a moment of silence, Hiroko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I wanted to see the results of the restoration. Siri's not here. Does that mean he's done? Only one way to find out. Hiroko approached the body. She stopped in front of it and quietly pulled back the sheet covering Aito's body.
Looks like it's done. At the very least, he's not a burnt pretzel anymore.
I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. Of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time. But I felt more guilt about bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful, massive emotions within me eased a little.
It feels wrong to bury him in the dirt after all this effort to get him so pristine. Why don't we leave him like this for a little longer?
Hiroko covered him with the sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room. There you guys are! We found something messed up! Come look! Messed up? Just hurry, you'll see for yourself! Hiroko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor. Dashing inside upon our arrival... What is this? Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on the digital blackboard. I looked at the message. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all? Who the heck wrote that? I was the first to find it. I finished breakfast early and was wandering around the school when I saw this. Then he came back to the cafeteria and told us about it. We all came running to see for ourselves. But who would pull some kind of dumb prank like this? Prank? I said what I said. Who would take this crap seriously? It looks like some snot-nosed kid wrote it. I believe it, though. It's way more interesting that way. I smell a killing game in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not the work of an invader. The alarm would go off if one of them tried to get in here. They don't know our language on top of that. I doubt it could have been one of them. What if it was Aito? Huh? Maybe the restoration brought him back like a zombie. I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been restored, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this threat is in the room with us now? Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes were filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea of what I was getting at. That's right, Siri! I definitely wouldn't put it past him. Why would he write a threatening message like this? We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Siri. We found him only seconds later. It turned out he was very close to the classroom.
No!
Siri?
What the hell? You're kidding! Why? How could this happen to him?
Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. After all, I had seen this very scene before, the last time I went through this. Back then, Aito had been responsible for it, but Aito didn't exist in this world any longer. I killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet the same thing was happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Aito in the first place was to prevent this. So how and why? We returned to the classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Their eyes were cast downward, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence. Takamaru, do you think this is all a prank? But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us the chance to leave. Maybe it means the kill you all part will start as soon as we see the message. Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Siri was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise. That means it happened before Gaku found the message? So one of us had to die before we even knew we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable. In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion, then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime. Darmy had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Siri to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine so long as we did what they demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee that the person who wrote the message was the same person who destroyed Siri. It wasn't out of the question that the message really was just a prank. But even if it was, we still have to deal with the threat of whoever destroyed Siri still being nearby. For now, I need to figure it out. If we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school or ignore it and stay? It's up to me to decide. Whoa, hold up. What? Another one of these? Leave the school, yes or no? Oh my god. Okay, so what happens if I say yes?
Everyone listen up! I think we need to get out of here for now, even if it's just temporarily.
Huh? Why's that? Someone destroyed Siri. They might be trying to send us a message. What happens if those monsters show up, huh? If they take out the school, we're screwed. Or maybe you're behind all this crap and that's why you took out that bucket of bolts. Why would I do that? Beats me, but you're the one who murked Aito. You're saying Mrs. Sumino is behind all of this? I suppose it's not out of the question. Dang it, I didn't think they'd suspect me of doing all this. I think we should stay. A threatening message can only mean one thing, right? Time for a blood-splattered killing game. I'm gonna go out flashing 2 peace signs with my tongue hanging out. I'm super psyched. Somebody make sure to get a pic. What the heck is she talking about?
Oh?
Let me ask you something, Takumi. You say you've seen the future, right? Right, but it looks like you guys don't believe me. What makes you say we should leave? The school would be defensive. I assume you understood this when you made the proposal. Right, I came back after living out an entire 100 days. I remember all the defensive battles we had. The Invaders will attack again on day 7. That leaves us 3 days. One more thing. Like I said yesterday, we have allies a fair distance from here. If we can meet up with them, we'll be better off with our battles. So I'd like to take the opportunity to go get them. I summarized everything I said yesterday as a reminder. All about Second to Last Defense Academy. Second to Last Defense Academy? Is there really another school out there? Yeah, you'll have to believe I traveled through time for this to make sense, but I swear to you, I'm not lying.
Huh?
I believe you, bro? I'm not your bro, but also, you suddenly believe me? Let's ditch this place, okay? I'm telling you, that message is freaking me out. Mr. Maroko is literally shaking. He's definitely the one who'd die first in a horror movie. Don't put that evil on me, dummy. Takumi, this threat didn't appear in the future, did it? No, it didn't. Maybe my coming back to the past has caused something to deviate? Deviate? He means he's altered history. If something happens now that diverges from historical precedent, it naturally creates a variation, a new timeline, just like sci-fi stories. What the heck does a hysterical president or whatever got to do with anything? So you mean that Mrs. Sumino coming back from the future is changing the past? His whole tale about traveling through time is suspect, but let's assume we believe what he says. If things are no longer aligned with the future he knows, there's no guarantee the next attack will be on day 7, is there? Well, I knew it too. I felt like something was off, even beyond the threatening message. But I killed Aito to change the future. Our biggest risk factor should have been taken care of. I doubt this deviation is that big just yet. The change of the attack date being different is low. I think we should consider the risk of this threat and evacuate for now. I'm with Takumi. Gaku seems pretty traumatized by the whole thing, maybe because he was the first to discover the message. I appreciate that it got him on my side, but he's shaken so much I'm worried about him. Honestly, I have no idea what we should do. My thoughts are just swirling around. But I think I'm going to try and have faith in what Takumi's saying. I'm going to leave the school with them. Right, this threat is no mere prank. It's too dangerous for us to take it lightly. I'm riding with Takumi. Really? Riding? I love a sadistic girl in glasses who knows when to take charge, but still, this time travel thing is way suspicious. I want to get in on a killing game, so I vote we stay. I don't think I can believe Takumi so easily. I don't want to doubt him, but there's no proof at all. If that's what my dear sister says, I agree. This might be a trap, bro. I thought you were the one making all the decisions and not Kako. I would never do that. You sure about that? You think you can just get us all to roll over and agree with you? It's too much to suddenly take your word for everything. This seems a little suspicious for me too. I'm sorry to say. You're gonna stay here and enjoy a little bloodbath with Darumi and friends, Shuma? Excuse me? You're an outcast like me. Let's kill all these normies together. Plus, you seem like you totally squeal when you die. Right, a freak waste of space like me is doomed to die pathetically. I'm sorry, I should just get killed like a crap stain I am. Then you won't have to look at me anymore. I don't give a crap if you think you're crap. Just stay in the school. Crap, all fine words to describe me. With your blessing, I'll live out my final days as an excrement-covered worm. Hey! We'll be staying too, if you don't mind. We still don't trust Mr. Sumino. Besides, if we leave, we can't use the revival medic. I'd be in quite a situation if something were to happen to my beautiful little sister. Brother dearest. 5 want to stay and 4 want to go. This is bad. Based on the message, all of us need to leave to satisfy their demand. There isn't enough time for me to persuade these guys one by one, which means... Man, forget it. If you're gonna leave, leave without us. Fine. I just have to convince all of you then. Will you agree to give me some time? What are you up to? Are you gonna try some kind of underhanded trick? Yeah, I'm gonna force you to see it my way. If I can prove I've really traveled through time, they'll have to listen to me. I have to use the ace up my sleeve.
Huh?
How do you plan on persuading us exactly? You're not about to spout some spiritual cult leader garbage, are you? Shuma, you must be worried about Leo. You know about Leo? I know about your affliction too. When you attack someone, you develop a horrible allergic reaction all over your body. It's enough to knock you out instantly. How do you know that? You told me yourself during my first 100 days here. Does that mean you know my secrets too? Your dad's addicted to betting on horse races. That's why you hate horses. Ew, you know about my worthless loser of a dad. Why don't I just kill myself? Ima Kako, your parents passed away in a traffic accident when you were young. That's why Ima's done so much to protect you, Kako, even if it means getting his own hands dirty, right? Kako, your dream is to be a detective because your father. You really do know our secrets, but we never told you any of this. Well, you did before. Did you come from the future for real? His secrets are so specific that I have to believe he really did. Now do you believe me? No, that's not enough to prove that you time traveled. That was probably just some cheap parlor trick. You're no better than a fraud who claims they talk to ghosts. Yeah, there's definitely other ways he could have gotten our personal information. Maybe Siri told him, or maybe he got into some kind of database. No, you really did tell me this stuff in the future. I get it now. Dang, dude almost had me there. I knew it! This is the route where we finally play a killing game. Let's start killing each other. Crap, this is enough to convince them. Then I'm just gonna have to deploy my last resort, no matter the consequences. You really want to do it this way? You might not like it. What do you mean? I only told you a little bit of what I know. I know more secrets. You wouldn't want me to reveal in front of everyone. If you won't leave the school, I may have no other choice. It was a lie. I didn't know any secrets. I was just bluffing. With a dead serious expression on my face, I slowly met eyes with each and one of them. Where's your proof? You want me to prove it right here, right now? Is that a threat? You're a freaking coward, you know that? Sorry, but I don't have time for this. Either you agree to leave the school right now or else. Wait, please, I'll leave. Just don't tell them. How about the rest of you? Fine, if this is how you want to do it, I'll go. And if my dear sister is going, I'm going. I still don't believe your time travel story, but I can't let her out of my sight. Whatever, have it your way. Oh, I can't have a killing game by myself. I'll go too. I can get through this if we all talk about our favorite gory visual novel death scenes together. Okay, so you're all going to leave the school now. Thank you. Hurry up and get ready then. It was a risky gamble, but I somehow managed to convince everyone to leave the school, albeit reluctantly. Even if they did still doubted I was from the future, at least I'd managed to avoid our most imminent threat. Whew, it's nighttime already. After managing to convince the others, I got ready to leave, but no one else had come yet. I'm exhausted. Maybe it's because I'd been so desperate while trying to convince the people who wanted to stay, but now fatigue is really setting in. I let out a deep sigh and closed my eyes for a moment. This is making me sleepy. If I had a bed in front of me right now, I just know I'd be knocked out in an instant. Ow! My head feels heavy and sore, maybe because I'm tired. Makes sense. This situation's turning me into a ball of nerves, but thankfully the pain woke me up. I smacked the side of my face to pump myself up for the trip.
Hey!
Snap it out of it, Tsukumi. By this time, everyone was showing up at the entrance, now ready to go. You're all here, let's get going then. Yeah, it's dark now, but we'll be okay, right? Tomorrow, anyone who's able should head for the second-to-last Defense Academy. But for now, we need to get through the wall of fire. We'll be roughing it tonight. You mean sleeping outside? I sure hope we don't run into any invaders. Sister dears, your brother is here to be your personal blanket and keep you warm. You don't have to do that. So this fire extinguisher you were talking about really works on these flames? Yeah, it's only temporary, but it works. We are the boys and girls who grabbed the sun riding to Valhalla. Let's get moving. Come with me, unless you want to be burnt to a crisp. Without hesitation, Hiroko took a fire extinguisher and walked toward the roaring flames. Oh my god, Mistress Hiroko's so cool, and she's gonna die looking cool too. Hey, hold on! I grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. And that's how we all ended up escaping to the other side of the wall of fire. Everyone was at a loss for words after seeing the massive raised ruins all around us. But maybe exhaustion won out in the end because they seemed to just accept what they were seeing before long. Tomorrow we head to second-to-last Defense Academy. And then... It's no good, I'm too sleepy. I'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. I gave in to the listless feelings and closed my heavy eyelids.